I feel like I'm one of those Mickey shorts and he just ran me through the washing machine.
Happy New Menu Day, everyone!
Princess DeBerry here, and we're back at Disney's Contemporary Resort because we're feeling Contempo
Cafe?
They got a new menu, so somehow that was enough for us to come back here. You know how we are. If you say new, we're gonna show up.
I mean, Contempo Cafe has been needing some new stuff in a while, and there's new stuff for me and Bear, so I think it's worth a shot.
I'll be honest, I'm expecting new disappointment, but let's go get some food.
Be sure to stay contemporary.
You heard the girl.
Whatever that means now.
Finally looks like the cocktails in the can are stepping up their game. Rocket Queen. It's interesting. It's a Casa Magdalena rum, which is unconfirmed vegan. Pomelo, cinnamon, with padron and natural flavors. It looks like an acid trip in a can. Or an acid trip in a can. There's no other way to say that, really. It is what it is. I have always been very wary of cocktails in the can. You come across some lucky ventures every now and then, like, but you never know. You never know. We've had good ones at, say, Boardwalk Bakery. We've had bad ones at the Value Resort. So let's hope this one, for my sake, it's a good one. It says recommended by bartenders everywhere on the can. I better not be lying.
Because you're a rocket queen. Rocket queen. No, you're not a rocket queen.
Oh, it's more like cinnamon flavored rocket fuel, and not in like the strong beverage sort of way, like why did I consent to drink this sort of way. That is not pleasant. Do not drink that. I beg of you, for your own sake. It is, in fact, edible, but it's not pleasurable. 1 out of 5 claws. Avoid that like you would the parks in the summertime.
The newest evolution of the Tofu Bowl, available at Contempo Cafe. You have some beautiful crispy tofu that really is giving me some satuli vibes. Way more rice than we need. We still have black beans, and we have a pseudo pico. The last bowl here also had avocado, which you have on this one. So the difference on this is like the shredded carrots and the pickled onions, and then like the corn option, and then the fact that the tofu is breaded. Pretty much the rest of it I think is the same, and I feel like it's gonna be flavored the same. My only thing is that, like, the last time I had the bowl here, I thought it was stupid bland. So, like, I'm really anxious to see what it tastes like with a breaded tofu, and I really hope that it gives me, like, satuli vibes. Breaded tofu is where it's at. The black beans are super flavorful. The corn is also seasoned nicely with the tofu. Everything together is amazing. I'm gonna give it all together 4.5 out of 5 bowls. I think it's super tasty, but I want to try the tofu by itself just so I can compare it to satuli. Yeah, so I think it's the same like breaded seasoning that they use at satuli. It's definitely giving me the same flavors, and I like that. I like it a lot. I think that this is a redemption story for Contempo Cafe, and their food is more contemporary than it was before. What did I say? 4 out of 5? 4.5? I think it's like a 4, somewhere around there. 4.5. It's definitely not as good as a satuli bowl. Like, satuli tofu is like unmatched. But I would say it's like somewhere in the top 5 for crispy tofu.
The princess wants to say redemption story. I want to throw a heavy amount of shade at what is probably pre-breaded tofu. And for me, the fact that tofu at its base is one of the cheapest proteins, plant-based or otherwise, you're going to find in a meal. and they're 4 blocks. 4 rectangular blocks. So I guess it's giving you some more surface area. I'll give you that, but it's 4 blocks of tofu in a rice bowl, where you have tons of the corn, the sort of like pico, the block carrots, and then like 1, 2, 3. If this is like a fish stick meal, you would get more than these. Come on, it's tofu, people. I feel some kind of way about that. I feel like I'm being took to the cleaners. I feel like I'm one of those Mickey short things just ran me through the washing machine. The old school hand washing machine you had to crank. That's how I feel when I come here. But I digress. I've ranted enough. Let's see if the flavor can make up for what feels like you skimped on the extras.
What do you think about all that rice?
It is a lot of rice. I feel like you're trying to fill me up with rice like a sushi restaurant would. One of those all you care to enjoy deals. You want to eat more rice than actual substance. More protein. Make your money back. I get it. The rice is ricey. The pico / salsa tastes like a watered down picante sauce. Corn is just barely there. The tofu is breaded and lightly seasoned. It's okay for tofu. It sounds great. When the bar is in the floor, redeeming yourself, I suppose, isn't that hard. I'll give you props where props is due, but it's still kind of basic. Am I being harsh? Maybe. But this is Disney's contemporary resort. This is a deluxe resort. I expect better. 2.75 out of 5 plus.
Okay, but how does it compare to the last tofu bowl that you got? Because last time I'm pretty sure you rated it around the 2, and it was way more bland and not even breaded.
It's better, but not by much. I still think the flavor is lacking. I still think that it's not seasoned enough. Is it breaded? Yes. Does the breading have a little bit of seasoning in it? It does. Even if you were to say give you more of a sauce to top everything with, I think that might help it out a little bit. As it is, it's still getting a 2.75. When I say a little bit better, I literally mean a little bit. Do not believe the photos and Disney menus. They lie. I have yet to get a single thing at a quick service that looks anything like the photos on a Disney menu. This is their spicy chicken sandwich. I'm expecting like a Popeyes competitor. This is the saddest looking chicken sandwich that I've seen. This thing almost looks like Legos. You see how it's like no give? There's no bounce in that booty. There's nothing. This thing feels like it was constructed in a back alley. Let's pull it apart. Let's destruct it. Now we have the pepper jack cheese, nice and spicy in there, supposedly. You have what's technically chicken. There looks to be some spices in said chicken. We have a single tomato. We have some lettuce. I see no sauce. Unless the sauce is hiding underneath the cheese, this is going to be a fairly dry sandwich. The chicken don't even look moist. It looks drier than some of your DMs. And yes, I'm reusing that joke. No, actually there is a little bit of sauce. It's like all on this side. It's a one-sided sauce sandwich. Oh, this better be good. It is spooky season. Maybe it's just cosplaying as a worse sandwich. It is juicy. It's not dried out. Thank you, chicken lords. The sauce, it's plentiful. It is hidden under the cheese. So there's plenty of sauce there. Sauce, spicy. Pepper jack, spicy. Chicken, breaded, spicy. The bun is as it looks. The bun is garbage. That is probably one of the worst buns I've ever seen on a sandwich here on the Walt Disney World Resort. But as far as sticking to its name, spicy chicken sandwich, it's spicy on 3 fronts, with the sauce, the cheese, and the chicken, and it's not dry. And there's a pickle in there. As far as going towards catching on the chicken sandwich craze, it does do that. The spice right now, it's like a 2.5, 3, creeping down the back of the throat. Honestly, I was expecting garbage, and I got, I'm not going to say a diamond in the rough. How about like an opal? An opal in the rough. Or moonstone or something. What are the crystals the girlies love nowadays? Amethyst?
You're asking the wrong person.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 plus. It's better than it has any right to be. Of course, it comes with a side. Now, I could have got fries. Those would have been the typical Disney shoestring fries. I could have gotten the typical Disney kettle cooked chips. I didn't get that. I got slaw. So, slaw it is. I do love slaw, but sometimes it lets me down. I don't want it too mayo-y. I don't want it too liquidy. It better have that crunch to it. It better not have been sitting in a pool with juices all day. This one, we shall see. Yeah. Okay. Nice crunch. Light on the liquid, not like soap, but still got some moisture to it. That is extremely good slaw. I think I rate that higher than the sandwich. 3.75 out of 5 plus. I'd have more of that, if anything.
This is your newest vegan, gluten-free dessert, and the vegan was questionable to me. I had to message some of our other vegan Disney friends that you all might know from the socials, and they helped me confirm that it is in fact vegan. There's an invert sugar ingredient that has like a 50-50 chance of having honey, but mostly Melissa put my mind at ease. I'm gonna try this one with the frosting because I feel like this is inspired by the peanut butter torte that we have at California Grill, but it doesn't have frosting on it. So I really want to try it with a frosting. Look at these beautiful layers. Like, how could you say no to a gorgeous, gorgeous dessert like this? Okay. A lot of differences from the California Grill dessert and a lot of similarities. The pow in your face of the peanut butter is very much like California Grill, but this tastes more like a peanut butter cup. It has a coconut aftertaste to it that really kind of hits you at the end. And I think, you know, somebody like me that isn't into coconut, like, you're really gonna taste that. I don't know if the coconut is the whipped cream, maybe that's what it is. But it's just not, I'm not vibing on it. I do enjoy the peanut butter, but I think like this ratio, this peanut butter to chocolate ratio is too thick. I think you need to make the peanut butter layer just a slightly bit thinner, or up this chocolate one on the bottom. This one's fine up here, but this one down here needs just a little bit more help with the peanut butter. And then I think you would have something that tastes a little bit more complete and balanced, because currently the peanut butter is really just overpowering on this dessert because of the way that it's layered. And then for me, because I am not a coconut lover, the coconut aftertaste is gonna be minus points for me. If you don't care about coconut, that's not gonna bother you at all. You're just gonna enjoy this gluten-free dessert. I can't really taste that it's gluten-free. I think that is a big progress, I should say. Let me say it the right way. That's progress when it comes to desserts. But I don't know, I feel like you're like 80% of the way there, and I just want you to just go just a little bit further to get us something. I do think this is a nice, like, unique vegan dessert option. I just don't know if I would proactively leave Magic Kingdom to come here for just this. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 peanut butters. It's
Everything good, friends?
Peanut butter jelly time without the jelly.
We came here to try the new menu. Little did we know we were going to be trying mostly desserts, which isn't usually our bag, but here we are bringing you more of the sweets that you so desire. You guys asked, we're delivering. Am I happy about more desserts? I'm not a dessert person, but maybe that provides a neat point of view for people that's not like into extremely sweet things. This thing is a peanut butter chocolate, like a strawberry whipped cream on top. It's kind of a mess to get on the fork. I mind you, we took it out of the container, which just made it a little harder on ourselves. But I do like peanut butter and chocolate.
I don't know what you're doing to this cake.
I am a Reese's Cup boy. The cake just became a sandwich. Sammy. Some would say there's too much peanut butter.
Yes.
I would say there's too much chocolate.
What?
You heard me. I would agree that the ratio is off, but I feel as if there should be more peanut butter and less chocolate.
What? What do you want, like a layer, just a thin layer of chocolate and peanut butter on a spoon?
Maybe. Do I sense judgment?
It's not a dessert.
It does taste a little bit of the plant-based. It's fairly good and convincing as far as most things go. The chocolate is nice and dark. The peanut butter, it's peanut butter. My least favorite part is probably actually this whipped cream here on top. It's there, but it really distracts away from the sort of peanut butter chocolate on its own. I could have done without that, but otherwise, it's not a bad dessert. I've certainly had worse. And that's coming from a non-dessert person. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Usual Disney style, when they look at the menu, there's more treats than there is actual food. So I got an array of treats. I'm gonna suffer through for you guys. This is the S'mores Monorail Brownie. It's a S'mores Brownie with a monorail on top. I don't know how much detail you can see in camera, but actually carved the doors and windows in the monorail. All it's missing is the stripe. I'll tell you what color it is. We're gonna pretend it's coral. Coral.
Also, please stand clear of the doors.
I'm just gonna go ahead and dig into the cockpit here. Oh, that's not the consistency I was expecting. Luckily,
Do you need a knife?
there's a kniff. That is interesting.
You're gonna eat that with a spoon?
Yep. Maybe not.
You have a fork.
This is construction work here. Don't mind me.
So
it's a solid white chocolate monorail. No, it's hollow. There's stuff in it.
What's in it?
More of the s'more
Show us
stuff.
what's in it. I cannot see.
Stuck passages. Here we go.
Being able to ride in the driver cockpit when you can't anymore.
At least the mushroom can do it. Not mushroom. Marshmallow. Mushroom would be gross. This is probably gross. We're gonna find out. It's like graham cracker crust on the bottom. Plenty of chocolate. Let's see how s'mores this thing really is. Honestly, I kind of want some more.
Okay.
You've almost got me sold on the s'more portion. It's definitely marshmallow, it's definitely chocolate. Even with the white chocolate. I'm getting s'more direction, but the graham cracker sort of crumble in the bottom isn't adding up to sell me completely. So you're missing the fire and the smokiness of it. Is it technically all the ingredients would make a s'more? Yes. Is it a s'more? No. Still tastes good though. Give it 3.75 out of 5 plus.
But is it Knuff?
It is Knuff. Next up we have the strawberry lemonade cookie. Covered in red, white, and blue.
Why?
Don't know why. It feels a bit late. It is August. Looking for July 4th. You're late by like 6 weeks. Why I'd want a strawberry lemonade cookie? I have no idea. But somebody's going to try it. So you don't have to. If you made strawberry lemonade into a cake and made it extremely sweet, it would be that. The red, white, and blue sprinkles, they're there. They add a crunch. It's just more condensed sugar. I probably could have done without that because it's already sweet enough on its own. but it sells a strawberry lemonade cookie. I have no notes. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Is it Kenning?
You really want to see Barbie, don't you? We're gonna watch Barbie. Don't worry. Eventually.
But is it Kenning?
It's Kenny. Last up, we have the kitchen sink. It's given bitches and cream. It's given we were out of ideas. It's probably going to give me a stomachache. But one way or the other, we're going to find out. We have nuts, chocolate, caramel, all in one, peanut butter, and then there's flakes of salt. You see little white bits in here? There's like salt flakes.
Flavor glitter.
On a pudding. Flavor glitter, as the princess is akin to saying nowadays. One of the new YouTube channels you've been watching lately. Not on my bucket list. Nobody wants to eat a kitchen sink. Calling something a kitchen sink or something isn't kidding. It's not attractive. It doesn't sound attractive. Tell me you look at the kitchen sink. I'm assuming you have a very good personality. And I'm here for it, but you got a lot to prove.
And you don't have a whole can of whipped cream either.
No, I don't. Just a very, very sticky, very large cookie. I'm going to try to bite on this side. With the chocolate and all the things. It's amazing how well salt and chocolate go together. It just amplifies the flavor. Yeah, you get a little bit of saltiness to it, but it's not like salt lick. It's just an extra sort of oomph. It's giving me like those candy bar brownies they used to do here at Disney, but in cookie form and a lot softer. It feels less like you're biting into like a granola bar, more of an actual cookie. And honestly, of all them desserts, this is probably my favorite. When a customer stopped by and said this was his favorite, I can see why. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
So you like this Kenshin sink?
Oh boy. I don't know how much longer I can put these Barbie puns. Just be an Allen. Just be an Allen.
We were so happy to try the brand new menu that launched today at Contempo Cafe.
It sort of rhymes. It's getting better. It's getting slightly better. I'm giving props where props is due. I throw a lot of shade. Improvement is improvement. Am I going to recommend that you come here to eat? Probably not. Not when there's other better places to eat on the Seven Seas Lagoon. I would say skip. If you're going to do anything around this area right now, I'm saying the option is still take a boat over to Crockett's Tavern.
I agree with Crockett's Tavern, but if you want to stay around like this area of Magic Kingdom Resort and not go to Wilderness Lodge, Fort Wilderness, I would say Contempo Cafe is better than Captain Cook's at the Poly, and definitely better than Gasparilla at Grand Floridian. So
I want on the record that I do not agree with that statement.
But I will say, if you do want to do quick service, I would just go to Wilderness Lodge or Fort Wilderness because they have better food than all three of these hotels for quick service.
Now, if you guys have an opinion on one or the other, let us know in the comments. We're always willing to have good discourse in the comments about what is good and what is not at Disney Resorts. Sure. We try these things because you asked, and if you think that we got something wrong, we might go try it again and give it a second chance.
No location is too big or too small.
This is true. If there's anything else you can see us do, the comments is always a place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe. And if you don't comment or recommend, or comment and recommend this channel to at least 2 friends, Bear may eat himself into the beautiful contemporary resort, and then he'll become incredible.
You heard the girl.
Without a super suit. Oh, shoot, it's still recording. Wait, how did that happen?